Hunting season is now underway here in the state of Utah, but so is our wildfire season. When the two collide, they can have dangerous consequences in our mountains.
Hunters need to be ethical, they need to be responsible, and I think that includes adhering to restrictions that are in place.
This weekend, that issue played out on the Black Canyon fire. Officials on the fire said hunters went into the area that was closed off for firefighting. The Manti-La Sal National Forest Service said firefighting aircraft had to be grounded while crews went in to find those hunters and bring them out.
We know hunters are excited to get out there. Some of them have been waiting a long time, right, to draw some of these permits for these hunting units. But we really want to emphasize that hunters do still need to adhere to any of these fire restriction closures that are in effect right now. You know, obviously it's a bummer for everybody that we're dealing with fire and we're dealing with a lot of fire restrictions this year, but it is important that they stay out of these closed areas because we need to allow firefighters to do their work.
You can find those closure maps on the Forest Service website. Here's the Black Canyon fire closure. It's closed through at least September 10th. Faith Heaton-Jolly with the Division of Wildlife Resources says they realize some of these wildfire zones are in permitted units hunters may have waited years to access.
Well, that's something we're mindful of, especially these hunters that have these once-in-a-lifetime permits, right? It's taken them decades to draw these permits. We are offering some additional options and some relief opportunities.
And for the wildlife hunters are out there pursuing, the impact of fire can be complicated, as we hear from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation's Jen Doherty.
Wildfires can have both positive and negative effects on populations.
She says what people do after the fire can be just as important, helping that landscape recover and support the wildlife that depend on it.
The Elk Foundation has been involved in wildfire restoration efforts for many, many years, but we recently doubled down on that. And over the next 3 years, we'll be putting $3 million into wildfire restoration efforts in places like Utah, where you're seeing large scale direct impact on migrating mule deer population herds, elk herds, etc.
That effort is rebuilding wildlife-friendly fencing, water development, and aspen regeneration. Now, they say that effort will create healthy herds and habitat here in Utah for years to come. Reporting in Salt Lake, Amy Nay, Fox 13 News, Utah.